So you work mostly in TV, but I know you've done some films. And could you just talk a little bit about the difference between TV and film composing, and why you chose TV, I guess, more than film?
Well, I mean, the obvious answer for why I chose TV is because, my first job was with Mike Post in TV, and I worked with Mike for 9 years, and so I was just, that's the environment I came from, and the environment I know, and am comfortable with, from the politics of it and the scheduling of it. Creatively, I think movies give you much better creative opportunities. In most cases, the length of the cues you get to write are much longer. You get to develop much more interesting musical themes, and you're just probably less restricted in the parameters you have to usually write in TV. I do a lot of TV movies every year, which still I don't categorize as mostly like great features. I probably do 3 or 4 TV movies a year, which some of them can be a little more like real features, but I've only done, I think, 2 features that were released. One was called Stolen Summer, and the other was Halloween Resurrection, which was like Halloween Part 8 or something. Both were a lot of fun to do, but very different than TV, mostly from the schedule side. Although Stolen Summer was only, I think I did it in like 9 days, so that was more like a TV schedule. But Halloween, they dragged out. At first I was given, I think, about a month to do it. Right when I was about almost finished, they called and said, "Oh, we're not going to release it this Halloween, so just stop." And I didn't hear from them for about 6 months, and they reshot, recut, and I had to start over. And they dragged it out for almost a year. So although it was like a lot of fun to do a big franchised horror movie, the schedule-wise, it was so foreign to me that, I'm used to, looking at a TV show and then 3 to 6 days later, it's like, it's done, it's out of my life, I'm on to the next thing. And in an accelerated schedule, it's like, I mean, it's stressful and you got to work really fast, but the upside is everybody's got a deadline they have to follow. So you see the light at the end of the tunnel every week, and there's going to be a finality to it that is kind of less stressful than this open-ended movie thing where you're just like, oh God, it's like they don't have a release date. They could just like constantly come back and have you redo stuff.
Yeah, because once a TV series gets going, there has to be a show.
Yeah, and the other thing is TV series can be really hard to get up and running when they're new. But after 1, 2, 3 episodes and they get into a groove, you kind of then reap the rewards of working hard at the beginning, and then it becomes, a lot less intensive on, trying to figure out the sound and the style of the show. So, although, if you're lucky enough to have a show that, repeats for several years, sometimes it becomes, you hit the other side where it becomes so much tedious and you're so boxed in by the sound you've created that you feel like you're, being asked to write the same music over and over again. But, so there's good and bad to, I think, both. But, since I've been lucky enough to be fairly consistent and successful on getting lots of work in TV, I'm just more comfortable just kind of staying on the TV side of things for the most part.